Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. Let's talk breathe again. One of the most popular questions I get about breathe again is Shantelle, what is this whole thing? What does it look like throughout the day? Okay. This is one of the packets of the smoke blend. And again, it's enough to fill up 6 of the king size cones that come with the pack. This is one of the lollies. This is the Island Fire lolly. And if you get you get the entire kit, you get the Island Fire, the Clarity, and the Deep Sleep lollies. Okay, and they support different things during different times of the day. So let's get into it. So we'll talk about what that looks like during the day because this protocol itself sounds clinical. Okay, it sounds like something that you are having to white knuckle your way through, and that is not what Breathe Again is at all. Today, I want to show you what it actually looks like morning, midday, and evening. It is botanical, it is intentional, and it is absolutely sustainable. So, we're going to just walk through the protocol, okay? So in the morning, the first hour of your day is the most important with the Breathe Again protocol. And it's because your nervous system is actually waking up and your nervous system is actually asking questions, right? So that's when everything is pinging, your nerves sending messages, your central nervous system, your peripheral nervous system, the neurons, everything is waking up and it's deciding what it needs to do today. What does the body need to do today? What's going on with the body? So those are all the signals, okay? Before anything else, you want to drink you some water and some herbal tea. So I talked about how I drink warm lemon water in the morning. It helps to wake the digestive system up for number one. Okay. And then you want to have some herbal tea. Now, the Breathe Again protocol is herbs. And of course, you can order these herbs. I have the other smoke blends. The teas are listed under the smoke blends. And then I have just some other teas um, that we aren't smoking, but they're listed separately. My whole point is you can sip, smoke, or drink these. Okay? So, because these contain nervines, and there's some other smoke blends that contain nervines to help wake up the nervous system, but in a calming way, not in a shocking way where you need a shot of, sometimes you hear people say, I need a shot of liquor or a shot of coffee, or not that type of caffeine, but something that's going to help wake up your nervous system and help balance and to also help clear the lungs. That's what Breathe Again does. Then the next thing that you want to do is include some kind of movement, even if it's just 5 minutes. And I just talked about this in my last video about moving, stretching. I get on now I'm not a smoker, so I don't use the protocol, but my other smoke blends, I do use those on a regular basis. Okay. This is specifically Breathe Again is the smoking cessation program. So let me just say that. I should have said that in the beginning. So movement, even if it's just 5 minutes, stretching, it helps improve circulation and it just wakes up that lymphatic system. Okay? The nervous system begins to regulate through the body rather than through a cigarette. So I have said this before, I will restate this here now. Smoking is a nervous system response. I'm going to say it again. Smoking is a nervous system response. 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 That's why on here it says change the ritual. Change it. Change the ritual. Okay? So after movement, right, your body is learning to regulate itself in a different way. If a morning craving arrives, this is where the Breathe Again Herbal Blend meets you, okay? Not as a substitute for a cigarette in the reactive moment, but as an intentional, conscious ritual, okay? So here's your blend. You're going to choose this. You're in control. This is very different. Very different. Okay? And if we don't know by now, we can say what we reach for, whether it's something in this blend or in this program, if it's smoking cessation, if it's for the person that we reach for, if it's the drink that we reach for, we need to reach for something different. So that means being very conscientious, very intentional about our choices. Okay? So, where are we? Okay. Historically, the peak craving window for most smokers in the stress of the day is midday. Okay? That's when your stress is starting to build. You know, maybe you've gotten into work. I'm going to move some stuff around. Maybe you've gotten into work and you're dealing with some stress of the day, or if you stay home, whether it's children, but usually it's about midday, right? Because we've gone through our morning routine and now we are in the midst of our day doing all of the things that we do. So, movement, thought processes are created, whatever it is that we're handling, we're doing that midday, and that is usually the peak, okay? The break that you've been conditioned to take is calling you during this time. This is where Breathe Again Protocol gets intentional about replacing the break, not eliminating it, but we want to replace it. So the break is that you're taking is not the problem. The cigarette is the problem. So we want to keep the break, but we're going to change what happens during that break time. Midday breathe again ritual, step away from your environment, same as the smoking break, but we're going to breathe consciously, okay? 4 breaths in, hold 4 seconds, 4 counts out, okay? Do that 3 times. That's going to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. It activates that parasympathetic nervous system the same way that deep smoking inhalation does, okay? Reach for your Clarity Wellness Lolly. So you're going to reach for your Wellness Lolly, all right? This one is the Island Fire. I have Clarity is in the pouch in the kit. But you're going to reach for your Clarity Wellness Lolly, and then that's going to be a part of your sublingual support. So you're going to be able to just suck on your Clarity Lolly, and if the craving is strong, then your herbal blend is available so that you can begin to smoke some of your blend. Okay. And these you can also prepare, once you get them, you can roll these up and prepare them, have them ready to go, or you can fill them. And they do come with a little metal shovel. You gave yourself a break. You supported your nervous system. You honored the need without the harm. That's Breathe Again midday practice. Okay? Then in the evening, your nervous system needs to wind down. After the effects of the day, everything that's going on environmentally, emotionally, internally, spiritually, your nervous system needs to begin to wind down. And for many smokers, the evening cigarette was the body's signal that the day was over. Okay? So we honor the need, we just change the vehicle, the delivery. Breathe again for the evening ritual looks like this. Have some herbal tea, something soothing, something calming. So you can even have we have the Arva Rewind blend, okay, which contains lavender and some chamomile. You can make it as strong as you need to. Okay, drink you some herbal tea. And then just be still, be quiet for just a moment. It's really important that when you get home from work or when you end your day, if you work from home, whatever it is that you're doing, that you just stop for a moment and allow yourself to be still. Be in the moment, calmness, stillness, okay? It can be journaling, it can be music. So if you have this particular protocol, this system, your affirmation cards come with a playlist on the back of that card. You just scan it. You can listen to your playlist. And the week 1 affirmation is, I choose my power. I choose my power. Okay? There's an affirmation for each week. And again, this protocol is 8 weeks. All right. And then you have a deep sleep wellness lolly. Again, that is your sublingual. That'll help you with that. That does have blue lotus in it and other herbs that help you to support your transition into rest. Okay, it works gently as you begin to wind down. This is not something that is going to make you go to sleep. It's going to support you as you intentionally think about and are being still, but preparing yourself and your body for rest. Okay? If an evening craving arises, then you have your herbal blend as support. And again, it's intentional. It's a closing ritual. It's not reactive. It is chosen, and you're very conscious about it. Okay? And then sleep. You rest because sleep is where the body begins to heal. And healing your lungs, this contains mullein, so healing your lungs, your nervous system, and your entire body from the effects of smoking requires that you rest. Prioritizing sleep in the Breathe Again protocol is not optional, it is a part of the medicine. Okay? So what I want you to notice about this protocol is what it isn't. Okay? It is not deprivation. You're not depriving yourself of anything. You're not white knuckling, just trying to get through the protocol. And it's not elimination without replacement. Okay? So you're eliminating it. You're not chewing on any gum. What you're doing is you're thinking about what you're thinking about. Okay? You're being very intentional. So every moment that is used that used to be filled by a cigarette now has something botanical, intentional, and therapeutic instead. You're just replacing it. The nervous system is also being supported, but it's not being starved. The ritual is being honored, it is not being eliminated, and the whole person is being seen, not the habit of cigarette smoking. This is why Breathe Again is different. And this is why this is what it looks like in a day. So 3 things. Men's Breathe Again kit is here. It's available. It's ready. The link is below. Everything that you need to begin the protocol today. Okay? The women's protocol is still in development. It is upcoming. So subscribe and follow. You will be the first to know. You can actually get on a wait list on our website, and I will link that below as well. Comment breathe if the approach you have been looking for is seen here today. Okay? I do read and see every comment. So again, it looks good to feel good. So, love you. My name is Shantelle with Love You Studios Holistic Wellness Center. Thank you so much for joining me today. Comment, like, and share with someone that needs to hear this information. Smoking is a response to your nervous system. Okay? Take care.